finally over.
Hello everyone, Indie Productions here with my mock contest entry for Sawyer Studios 600 subscriber mock contest, so let's get right into this video. Alrighty, so starting off here in the front of the build, so you can see that I have this nice little speeder build, which is kind of resembling off of Count Dooku's speeder. I think it came out pretty well. You can see like little fins on the back here, and I just think it came out really well for like minifigure scale wise. Now, you can't put a minifigure, you saw it in the beginning. You can take their legs and kind of like put them off to the side right here on the little foot pedals, and then kind of like their hands clip into this handlebar piece, and that kind of what keeps them on the speeder bike. But overall, I think it came out really nice, and I definitely could use this in a different mock. Now I'll set that off to the side. Here I just have the little hat he was wearing, which he got from the clone bar, so to kind of disguise himself to hide that little 5 on his head. But getting on to like the actual design of the build, we have this nice kind of striped design here made out of 1x1 tiles and cheese slopes, so that's going to definitely be really cool because it's just like a very unique design, and I just think it looks really good. So then kind of like moving on forward, we have this nice little section of like tiles right here, which definitely gives a nice feel and just kind of breaks up some of this bland kind of gray tiling. Then if we keep moving on over here, you can see that we have a little control panel for the door, and as well as the door itself. So the door itself, you can see here, it's like a little cutout from the gray wall, kind of inset a little bit, and you can see that I have this nice little snot detailing right here with some of these cheese slopes and different spring-loaded shooters within there. And then there's a crank here to be able to move that, and you can see that like that, and that kind of allows you to see into it, and it closes up very neatly as well. So let's go ahead and enter the actual build. Alrighty, so here's the actual building. Now you can see off to the side we have a lot of different crates. Now there's a number of them which have this design, which is basically just some spring-loaded shooters with a kind of 2x4 tile at the top. So this is pretty much like as basic as it can get. Then we have a few of these little rounded crates, which definitely add a nice little bit of detail and nothing really special. And then, of course, we have a lot of these like larger ones, so you can see that it's kind of made up of these turbine pieces, and they could be separated. You can just see how I kind of connected those in with some Technic pins and stuff like that. But overall, pretty simple designs just for crates. But the one that's the most complex is back here, and the one I kind of want to show off for this video is going to be this kind of crate design right here. Now this is all snot, so everything right here is all snot, which is definitely very cool. I definitely think that it adds a heck of a lot of detail within this little small section of the crate. And then, of course, I can duplicate that on the other side because I made it 3 thick, so I was able to have that nice border in there to kind of keep everything steady. But putting that off to the side again, kind of just putting these crates back, we do have another one of those sections of flooring right here, which basically takes those cheese slopes and 1x1s and kind of just stacks them on their side to be able to create that nice striped effect. And I think it came out really well. You can just see that it definitely looks a lot better than what Lego's printed pieces look like. And then right here we also have our custom Commander 5s. Now I don't have any Shock Trooper figures, so I just used the Imperial Shock Trooper torso and legs, and then a Phase 1 head, and then I just kind of stuck on this little visor piece. You can just see it flew off there, and then you can see it still has this little stormtrooper head. But overall, I think it came out pretty well, and it definitely serves its purpose. Now, moving on kind of more towards this area over here with 5s, we do have 5s, Rex, and Anakin, so I'll move Rex out of here real quick. All I did to him was he's basically just his normal figure, but I added the newer kind of face onto him just to make him look a little bit more accurate. And we also have 5s kind of laying on the ground here. Now, I did kind of custom make this 5s with some Sharpies, so you can kind of see it's a little patchy compared to some customs, but you can see he has a little bit of a goatee there. And then the 5 kind of rubbed off, but you can still kind of see it resembling there. But that's pretty much 5s. I think it came out pretty well, and then he has some Phase 1 and Phase 2 armor on, just because that's the kind of armor he's wearing, is like this kind of plain armor that he got from Camino. Then, of course, we have Anakin. He does have his face and hair piece from Episode 3, but he does use the torso from the Anakin's Jedi Interceptor, which is his Clone Wars resemblance, and I think that added a little bit more detail. Now, moving on to kind of like this larger area of the mock, specifically we have the little guns and Anakin's lightsaber, where they kind of like put down their weapons whenever Fives asks them to. And then of course we have the ray shield, which he sets upon them so that they can be trapped and that they can listen to him. So these are just made by 1x1 bricks, and I think it came out really well. You can see it from like a different angle there. I got a nice spiral effect to it, and that's just put up on this beam right here. Then we also up here have a little beam, or like a little section where you can kind of have figures up here. So that's nice to kind of overlook the facility. And then I'm going to show you the back panel. Alright, so here's kind of like the large section of the MOC, just without any different little pieces in it, no crates or anything. So all of these right here are all sloped, so that definitely gives a nice bit of detail. And up here as well, you can kind of see that kind of going through there, and I think that looks really good. You can definitely see that it's an unusual technique, but I think it worked out pretty well for this. And then we also have all of these snot details. Once again, these are all kind of built up on the side and just kind of put up, so that looks very nice, and it definitely gives a nice symmetrical look with each of them on each side. And then we kind of have like this center panel, which is a little bit different from the other two because these are 8 studs wide and this one's just 6 studs wide, so I definitely wanted to change a few things up. And then of course we have these nice border kind of positionings, which kind of come out a little bit farther from the other wall sections, but I think that looks pretty good overall. Alright, so that's pretty much going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching to the end. Once again, go check out Sawyer Studios' channel. He's definitely a really nice creator, and he posts some awesome content, so you don't want to miss that. And just thank you overall for the support on the channel we've had lately. I just really appreciate it, and I definitely want to see it keeping up, so I really appreciate it, guys. Anyways, that's really going to do it for this video. Indie Brick Productions is out, and may the brick be with you.